everyone, this is Lola and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm a middle school teacher here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and in this video I will be talking about healthy eating. These are the key topics for the expectations for the grade 8 curriculum here in Ontario. Although this is specifically for grade 8, some of it can be used by different grade levels. The food we eat gives our bodies the information and materials they need to function properly. If we don't get the right information, our metabolic processes suffer and our health declines. So what we eat is central to our health. How can what you eat contribute positively and negatively? Let's take a look at that. So we'll look at the positive effects of eating healthy first. When we eat healthy, we will get the vitamins, nutrients, and minerals which we need, and this will reduce physical health problems like heart disease and diabetes. Now let's take a look at the negative effects of unhealthy eating. If we get too much food or food that gives our bodies the wrong instructions, then we can become overweight, undernourished, and at a risk of development of diseases and conditions such as cancer, type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, obesity, food allergies, anaphylaxis, tooth decay, and osteoporosis. So remember what I said previously? What you eat can contribute positively to your overall health, but it can also contribute to health problems. So let's try to make sure that we lean towards eating things that will contribute positively to our overall health. One of the positive things I mentioned were nutrients. Different kinds of nutrients are needed to achieve optimal health and prevent disease. Are you wondering what kinds of nutrients are needed? Let's check it out. There are macronutrients, and macro means big. Just that's all you think. Think big. They include things like carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. These things provide our bodies with energy for growth and activity. To better understand macronutrients, let's watch the following video. To get a good understanding of macronutrients, please pause this video and watch the video Macronutrients Explainer video. You will find the link in the description box below. Let's move on to micronutrients. Remember what macro meant? It meant big. And so micro is the opposite. It means small. They're the vitamins and minerals that are found in our food. And they help regulate body functions such as vision, healing, and muscle movement. Here's a video to help you understand micronutrients further. Please pause this video and watch the video Micronutrients and Their Importance. You will find the link in the description box below. Finally, the following video will go through basic nutrition and macronutrients. So once again, please pause this video and watch the video and the link in the description box. After watching these videos and understanding nutrients a little bit more, why is paying attention to nutrients more valuable than counting calories? Let's learn a little bit more. It will definitely help you focus on eating in a balanced way. We're going to take a look at the difference between calories and nutrients. Most of you are very aware of calories, but not really, you don't really understand nutrients as much. So let's take a look at both of them. So calories can make you gain weight, increase your chances of getting type 2 diabetes and heart disease, and it also gives you energy. And I say that it can help you gain weight. It'll make you gain weight actually, and help you. You have an increased chance of getting type 2 diabetes and heart disease because of the amount of things that you could be eating, or the wrong things that you could be eating, because you're just watching your calories, so you're not really looking at the nutrients. Nutrients, on the other hand, protect you against diseases because you're choosing foods that are good for you. They lower the chances of you getting diabetes. They prevent heart disease, and nutrients keep your energy up. So calories are only one thing to consider, and by themselves don't really provide information about nutrition. By considering nutrient content, I can make sure that I get enough vitamins and minerals. For example, I need to eat orange vegetables like carrots and orange peppers to get vitamin A. And if I make soup with milk instead of water, I'll get more calcium and vitamin D. Serving size is one thing to consider when making food choices. When we think about balanced meals, we need to think about how many servings of fruit and vegetables are recommended for teens. Or if you don't eat breakfast, how does it affect you? How do you feel during the day? So Canada's Food Guide recommends that teens eat 7 to 8 servings of vegetables and fruits per day. To learn more about it, let's take a look at the Canada Food Guide and what the recommendations are. The guide suggests that you eat a variety of healthy foods each day. Things like lots of veggies and fruits, protein, and whole grain foods. Water should be the beverage of choice as well. Nutritious foods are the foundation for healthy eating. Vegetables, fruit, whole grains, and protein foods should be consumed regularly. Among protein foods, they say to consume plant-based foods more often. Protein foods include things like legumes, nuts, seeds, tofu, fortified soy beverage, fish, shellfish, eggs, poultry, lean red meat, including wild game, lower fat milk, lower fat yogurts, lower fat kefir, and cheeses lower in fat and sodium. Foods that contain mostly unsaturated fat should replace foods that contain mostly saturated fat. And if you don't know the difference between unsaturated and saturated fats, I will get to that shortly. Vegetables may be raw or cooked, fresh, frozen, canned, or dried or dehydrated, and may be whole, cut up, or mashed. Remember, I choose to eat foods that will nourish my body. Fruit is a great alternative to candy if you're craving something sweet. So instead of eating junk, try to choose a fruit that you really enjoy. Whole grains include grains like whole wheat bread, rice, oats, whole wheat pasta, and quinoa. Whole grains even include popcorn, believe it or not. And of course, protein. Protein is such an important part of a healthy diet. Proteins are made up of chemical building blocks, which are called amino acids. Your body uses amino acids to build and repair muscles and bones, and to make hormones and enzymes. They can also be used as an energy source. Examples of foods that contain protein are things that you know, like things like chicken and beef, pork, fish, lentils, beans, and eggs. And if someone is vegetarian or vegan, they do not eat meat or meat products, so they can get their protein from the foods that you see on the right-hand side. We have things like peanut butter and yogurt, eggs, but obviously somebody who's vegan would not eat the yogurt or the eggs because that's an animal product. So they would go with something like spinach and seeds and broccoli. There's a variety of things. These are just a couple of things that you can take a look at. So I said that I would talk to you about saturated and unsaturated fats. So we see unsaturated fats here, which are healthy fats. They're an important part of a healthy diet. So these fats help reduce the risk of heart disease, and they lower cholesterol levels, among other health benefits, when they replace saturated fats in the diet. So saturated fats are a type of dietary fat. It is one of the unhealthy fats, along with trans fats. So these fats are almost often solid at room temperature. If you think of something like butter, it's solid when it's out, on a counter. Things like palm oil and coconut oils, cheese, and red meats have high amounts of saturated fats as well. Something you don't want to eat too much of in your diet. So fat. Would all our weight loss problems be solved if we just eliminated fat from our diets? Unfortunately, it's not that simple. We actually need fats. We can't live without fats, in fact. Fats are an important part of a healthy diet. They provide essential fatty acids, keep our skin soft, deliver fat-soluble vitamins, and are a great source of energizing fuel. But it's easy to get confused about good fats versus bad fats, how much fat we should eat, how to avoid artery clogging trans fats, and the role of omega-3 fatty acids and how it plays with heart health. Always try to choose the good fats and the majority of the time. So the good fats would be things like you see there, like salmon and avocado, nuts and peanut butter. And bad fats would be things like pizza and butter, chips and cupcakes. I'm not saying don't ever eat the bad fats, but very sparingly. So high sodium foods are salty foods. And you can see the different types of salty foods we have here. They're usually processed or prepared foods and beverages that contributes to excess sodium, sugars, or saturated fat, which undermine healthy eating, and it shouldn't be consumed regularly. So to have this once in a while is okay. Just make sure it's not part of your regular diet. And sugary drinks. So consuming too much of sugary drinks increases the risk of heart disease, obesity, high blood pressure, and inflammation. It can also affect the appearance of your skin, drain your energy, and could harm your teeth. Need more reasons? It can affect your mood, cause joint pain, cause acne, and may lead to diabetes. While an occasional candy bar or sweet dessert can be part of an otherwise healthy diet, eating candy regularly can negatively affect your health. Too much can provide you with large amounts of unhealthy substances, such as sugars and fats. Also, if you're eating confectionaries each day, you may not eat enough of the foods necessary for good health. So enjoy candy and other junk foods, but enjoy it sparingly. The amount of fluids you need depends on your age, your gender, and level of physical activity. Remember that you will need even more fluids to stay hydrated when it's hot outside and when you're physically active. Keep in mind that your total fluid intake can include not just water, but it can also include milk, coffee, tea, and juice. And remember, coffee and tea are not dehydrating. But again, as we spoke about before, you want to make water your beverage of choice. Fluid is essential. It has many important roles. Fluids help to move nutrients and waste through your body. If you take a look at the picture that I have up there, it shows you how it goes through your body. It'll keep your blood pressure normal. It helps to protect and cushion your joints and organs, and controls your body temperature and lowers your risk of dehydration and heat stroke. Below are some of the signs of dehydration. Things like thirst, dry lips and dry mouth, flushed skin, headache, dizziness and fainting, dark yellow, strong-smelling urine, low blood pressure, and increased heart rate. You may be dehydrated even if you don't have any of these signs, so it's important to drink fluids often, even before you feel thirsty. So in summary, what you eat can contribute positively to your overall health, but it can also contribute to health problems. Eating healthy foods gives you the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients you need to be healthy. An unhealthy diet is one of many factors, including obesity, physical inactivity, smoking, and high blood pressure that can increase the risk of illness and disease. Take note, fruit and vegetable consumption helps protect against a variety of cancers, whereas a diet high in red meat and processed meats has been linked to an increased risk of cancer. Really important to know that. Oral hygiene. You want to avoid sticky foods, and following good oral hygiene practices helps reduce the risk of tooth decay. So you want to make sure that you're brushing at least twice a day, morning and night, and if you can in the afternoon, do so after your meals. And flossing, of course, is very important. There are some things that are teeth damaging and some that are not. So these are teeth damaging foods. Things like sugary drinks, citrus fruit, sugary candy and sweets, chips, bread, and pasta. So consider the amount that you eat of these foods. Teeth-friendly foods include apples, celery and carrots, nuts and seeds, eggs, milk, cheese and yogurt, broccoli and green leafy vegetables, and water with fluoride. And here in Canada, we get our tap water already has fluoride in it. Getting enough calcium from dairy products, calcium fortified soy beverages, vegetables, and fish or meat alternatives when your bones are growing can help prevent the development of osteoporosis in later years. Avoid high-fat foods. This can help you reduce your risk of cardiovascular disease and obesity. There's no magic food to decrease the risk of developing heart disease. You need to eat a healthy diet and have plenty of exercise. High salt diets increase blood pressure and the risk of heart attack and stroke. Remember, diet isn't the only reason people get or don't get heart disease. Your genes and lifestyle habits, like smoking, exercise, and stress, also play a part. Canada's Food Guide recommends a healthy diet contains plenty of fruits and vegetables and high fiber foods, and avoids unhealthy saturated and trans fats. A healthy diet can help you maintain a healthy weight and prevent illness. Be mindful of your eating habits. Eating healthy is more than just about the foods you eat. It's about being mindful of your eating habits, taking the time to eat and noticing when you are hungry and when you are full. Consider your eating habits. Think about the last meal or snack that you had. Can you describe it? Cooking more often can help you develop healthy eating habits. You can cook more often by planning what you eat and involving others in planning and preparing meals. Cook once and eat twice. Cook enough for another meal. This doesn't mean that you need to eat the same meal twice. Become a big batch cook. Batch cooking simply means making meals and snacks in bigger batches and freezing them in meal-sized portions for convenient weekday meals. This can save you time and money. Keep healthy options on hand. The best way to cook quick, healthy meals and snacks is to keep your kitchen stocked with healthy ingredients. Enjoying your food is part of healthy eating. Enjoy the taste of your food and the many food-related activities that go along with eating. The benefits of enjoying your food include tasting the flavors, being open to trying new foods, developing a healthy attitude about food. Knowing that you are making healthy food choices can increase your enjoyment of food. Enjoying your food includes socializing at mealtime. So talking to other people around the table, enjoying shopping for food, preparing and cooking food, growing or harvesting your own food, getting to know the people that grow or produce your food, involving others in meal planning, preparation, and cleanup. Eating meals with others is part of healthy eating. Enjoying healthy foods with family, friends, neighbors, or coworkers is a great way to connect and add enjoyment to your life. It can provide many benefits and contribute to a healthy lifestyle. By eating with others, you can enjoy quality time together, share food traditions across generations and cultures, explore new healthy foods that you might not normally try. Food is often a main part of celebrations and special events. However, eating with others doesn't have to be saved for special events. Using food labels can help you compare and choose products so you can make informed choices. Food labels provide information you can use to make informed choices about foods and drinks at the grocery store and at home. Food labels can help you compare and choose products more easily. Know what ingredients a food product contains. Choose products with a little or a lot of the nutrients that you are interested in. Preparing foods with healthy ingredients and choosing healthier menu options are always the ways to limit highly processed foods. You should limit highly processed foods and drinks because they are not part of a healthy eating pattern. Highly processed foods are or prepared foods and drinks that add extra sodium, sugar, or saturated fat to the diets of Canadians. And these are examples of some of them. It's important to be aware of marketing because it can influence your food choices. Food marketing is advertising that promotes the sale of certain food or food products. Many foods and drinks that are marketed can contribute to too much sodium, sugars, or saturated fat to our eating patterns. Food marketing can take on many forms. Things like branding, sponsorship of events, celebrity endorsements, contests and sales promotions, social media posts on Twitter, Pinterest, Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, commercials, on TV, on the radio, on the internet, before the start of movies, product placement in grocery aisles. There's so many things on social media posts, as I said, in music lyrics and videos. Newer forms of marketing, like sponsored posts on social media, can be more difficult to recognize. This can make it hard to know when you are actually being advertised to. Marketing can also be targeted to you based on your personal data, like your age and gender, your purchasing history, web browsing history. Behavioral advertising tracks your personal data and online activities over time in order to deliver targeted ads. Now that you have all this knowledge about healthy eating, how can you promote this? At home and at school. As discussed earlier, at home, you could plan what you're going to eat, shop smart, have healthy options available, limit the number of highly processed foods, grow and harvest your own food, decrease food waste, create a home that supports healthy eating habits. At school, you can make healthy eating part of the meal plan, involve kids and get their feedback, make an impact beyond the lunchbox. What you need to know about the school food and beverage policy. This is just great information for you as students to know what the policy is all about. The policy applies only to foods sold in schools. So this includes things like cafeterias, vending machines, tuck shops or canteens, lunch programs that are catered, such as pizza days, fundraising events held at the school like bake sales, school-related events that happen after hours but still on school property, like meet the teacher nights or school dances. The policy does not apply to food and beverages that kids bring from home or buy off school property to eat while at school. Students receive at no cost things that they receive at no cost or that are sold at the school during a non-school event, such as birthdays or other celebrations where food is free, community events like adult fitness classes held in the school after hours. So it doesn't apply to those kinds of things. The school principal with the school council can decide on a maximum of 10 days during the school year to be special event days. During special event days, the nutrition standards do not have to be followed. So some examples of special event days may be like a pizza day, bake sales, school dances, holiday celebrations. Schools are still encouraged to sell foods that meet the policy even on special event days. For example, on pizza day, schools could still sell pizzas that meet the nutrition standards. So remember, there are only 10 of those days that you could choose. So here are some discussion questions. How can a busy lifestyle lead to poor eating habits and food choices? And what can you do to eat better when you are busy? How do you handle emotional and social factors that could lead to poor eating habits or choices? How do you feel if you wait until you are very hungry to eat? How does your body feel when you have eaten too much? Why is healthy eating important for active living? How does active living affect the way we eat and the way our bodies use the food we eat? How can you promote the benefits of healthy eating and active living at school? What are the benefits of healthy eating and active living? Helps you learn, promotes healthy weight, sports performance, keeps you healthy, prevents diseases, dental health, sleep better, increase self-esteem and self-confidence, and decrease depression and anxiety. Physical activity guidelines recommend accumulating 2.5 hours of moderate to vigorous physical activity each week for adults, at least 60 minutes a day for children and youth. Start slowly and build up. The greatest wealth is health. There's nothing in our life that is more valuable than good health. A person with bad health can't enjoy the pleasure of being wealthy. With that being said, let's all try to do our best to be healthier. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel.